everyone, this is Anne and welcome to my Flosstube channel. This is going to be a video about my May progress and works in progress. Excuse me, I'm really hoarse today, as well as my plans for June. So you might notice that I'm recording in a slightly different location today. I'm going to give this a try, see if the lighting is a little bit better. I've got a window up here and the overhead light, and we'll see how it goes. So I hope everyone is well. I hope that you had a wonderful month of May, whether you participated in Stitch Mania or not. If you've been following my Mania videos, you'll know that I did a sort of vlog compilation for each week. And so there are 4 of those on my Flosstube channel, which you can check out if you're so inclined. I'm not going to go over all of the different Mania starts that I did in the month of May at any kind of specific level, since you can find all the details out in those vlog videos if you're so inclined. So I'm a little out of season today since I'm drinking tea out of my Christmas mug, but it's how I roll sometimes, and it's what was clean, so we're going there. So, just to recap at a really high level, I had a wonderful Mania. Unfortunately, I think, maybe, I enjoyed it a whole lot more than I thought I was going to. I think it worked well for me doing one new start and then working a day on a work in progress. I think trying to do a whole bunch of starts back to back wouldn't work very well for me. I think it would make me feel kind of frazzled, but this way I felt like I was making progress on a project, but I also got the new starts in. So I now have a really wonderful group of things to work on. I'm looking for my notes here. So since Mania has come and gone now that we are here on the last day of May, I now have, let's see, 24 projects, 24 active projects. And what I did is I went through and I divided them up into sort of small, medium, and large. And there's some of the projects that are kind of on the line between one or the other, but just for the sake of me making a list, I decided that I wanted to divvy them up that way. So I have 7 smalls, and these are all things that are mostly ornament sized or thereabouts. They might be a little bit bigger than that, but think ornament in size. Then I have a group of 8 that are mediums, and those include things that are more like a project that you could do probably in a 6-week period if you just focused on it and worked on those that project. Those are more like either a full coverage 5x5 or things that are in the, let's say, like 120 to 150 square size. And then I have 7 large projects. And so these are things like my Heaven and Earth designs, my newly started Death by Cross Stitch, Village of Hawk Run Hollow, that's another large stuff that's, you know, kind of a year commitment sort of project. So those are kind of my divisions, and I'll talk a little bit more about why I did that way in my June plans, which we'll get to here shortly. So all in all, I had a great time with Mania. It was so fun to see everybody's projects. It was really wonderful to catch up on like daily vlogs and feel like I was spending a little bit of time sitting next to you stitching, kind of doing my thing at my end. So I hope that the same was true for you all and that you had a wonderful time with Stitch Mania, however you chose to participate in it. I will say that my wish list has now gotten much longer, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but at any rate, that's where we are. So let's talk about June and the upcoming things. Well, no, first let me talk about what I worked on when I wasn't working on a new start. So the first project that I worked on in May was my Under the Sea Sal. And this was the clue for May right here, which are these two really cute little seahorses. So I did those, and I am caught up through the May clue. I'm doing this on the 28 count even weave. That's a hand dye, custom dye for Lakeside Needle Crafts that's hosting the stitch along with the pattern by Doreen Jones. So the June clue, I had trouble with that word. The June clue is coming out shortly. And so I'm going to work on that in June, oddly enough. So more about that in my June plans. But anyway, I have also caught up on the little water bubble beads that I'm adding instead of doing those as cross stitches. I think you can see they're just clear size 12 seed beads. So that is my Under the Sea Sal. So I worked on that for the first maybe 6 days that I wasn't doing new Maynia starts. And then the other project that I worked on, which if you follow me on Instagram, you're probably really sick of seeing, but I'm going to show it to you again, is my Heaven and Earth Story Keep of Star Weaver. The artwork is by Tom Cross, and I am stitching this on a 28 count even weave with the DMC, called for DMC colors. I almost have all of that, like starburst, I'm not sure what it is, like sunburst, the confetti done in that. I think I have 3 colors left, which I will probably try to finish today, and then I will be completely finished. That's like the first 2 columns completely. I have one more set of 10, and then a set of 8, I think, below this to finish the first page. So page 1 ends about there. And it is more of that blue. There's not a whole lot else going on. There's just this little tiny bit of confetti that comes down, which I'm working on as I get to it, and just alternating back and forth between the plain blue and the confetti part. Just to have something different to do when I get there. So that is where I am with that project. And let me see, this is a picture of what it will look like when it's completed. So I'm about there, I think. So that is that project. So here are my plans going forward for June. And this will be a slightly shorter video today, I think, because you guys have seen all of the other things that I've been working on in my vlog. And I think going forward, I am going to try to do like a short summary of plans video, but have the rest of it do like a weekly vlog that I patch all together as I work on things, because I think that's actually easier for me. I don't think I could have remembered everything I was working on, and trying to take notes and organize stuff when I've already put the project away, like if I finish a clue or a section that I kind of is my goal point. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So slight change in format of my videos, but hopefully that will be good. So if you're on Instagram, you may have run into the Ivory Needle Challenge. If you haven't, the hashtag is Ivory Needle Challenge. You might also be able to find it under hashtag Whip Stitch. So that's WIP, the letter N, STITCH. So Whip and Stitch. So those are the same challenge, and it's being hosted by Ivory Needle. I will try to link her channel on Instagram down below for you. She and her sister are hosting this challenge. She is opening a new needlework store up in Canada. And the purpose of the challenge is to try to touch between 5 and 6, well no, it would be 5 projects each month. Let me make sure I get that clear. 5 projects each month. So you have your choice. You can either do 2 or 3 new starts or 2 or 3 works in progress. So any mix and match of that. So what I've decided I'm going to do for those total of those 5 projects per month, I'm going to do 2 new starts and 3 works in progress each month between now and December. You'll work on each project for 6 days. And so I feel like that will give me some good traction on my larger projects. And I had been planning to do something very similar to this anyway. So this is just kind of a fun way to get involved with it. And there is a prize drawing if you post your progress every 6 days, the project that you're working on from now through the end of the year, of $100 credit to go shopping. So I think that's a great deal. Like I said, it was something that I was already going to be doing. My original plan was I was going to spend 5 days on a work in progress and just rotate through those. And this brings us back to my small, medium, and large lists. Knew y'all wanted to know where I was going with that. So my thought was that if I worked on something that was a large project focused for at least one of those blocks, I would make some good progress on that. And so I do want to try to get finished some of the things I started for Stitch Mania, which will probably be more of the small type things. So here's what my grand plan is. I want to start, obviously each month, I'm considering the Under the Seesaw block a new start. So the June block that will live here, I'm imagining, for my Under the Seesaw will be my start number 1 of 2 for June. Now, it's normally been taking me somewhere between 4 and 6 days to complete that clue. So if it's a smaller clue and I get it done faster, my plan is to work on this project. If I need to fill in days, for those 6 days I'm supposed to be working on the Under the Seesaw. If I finish it early, I will put in some extra time on the Star Weaver project. My second new start is also something small, but it is a true new start, and that is a freebie from the Primitive Hare. It is Letha, which is her little kind of ornament-sized piece for the summer solstice. Love that little queen bee right there. I think this is going to be so cute. So I don't think that this size project will take me 6 full days, but it will also give me some wiggle room in case life, shows up at the door unannounced, like it tends to do. So this will be my second new start, and I want to try to get this not only finished, but fully finished. So this is going to be the project I work on the first week of June. So I'll start this June 1st, and I will work on it until it's finished, or June 6th, whichever comes first. And again, if I finish this early, I'm going to work on Star Weaver to fill in those extra days. So this will be new start number 1. Okay. My June block will be new start number 2. So that's what I'm going to do the first and second weeks of the month, are those 2 projects filling in Star Weaver. So then I have 3 works in progress that I'm going to focus on for my other 6-day blocks to finish out the month. And so one of them is going to be my Village of Hawk Run Hollow, which is a large piece. I have finished blocks 1 and 2, and I am working on this block right here. I have it, it's the City Hall, and I have it not quite half finished. It's probably fairly close, but not quite. So I'm going to try and see if I can finish that up, finish up block 3 while I'm working on it for those 6 days, if I have some extra time, I'll actually continue working on this one and start one of the next blocks. So I'm getting there on this. I was looking to see if I had it in my stash of stuff behind me, but I do not. So I will talk about that. You know, I'll do a quick vlog about where I am when I get to that one, and show my progress for those 6 days. So that is my third project for the month, my first work in progress project for the month. This will not, sorry you guys, we've had some rain here in New Mexico, which we don't normally start getting in theory. We've had a drought for several years until July. We get a summer monsoon, but we've actually had rain, and so everything that has been dormant for like 8 years is now doing happy plant things, which means I am just a constant stream of allergies. So I apologize for my raspy voice. So remember this. Yes, I know, but I want this to be a focus project because I would really, really like to get it done in time to either gift my dad for his birthday in mid-October or for Christmas this year. I would really, really like to do that. So just know you're going to be seeing this one a lot. I will work on this for a full 6 days as well. See how I go. And then, last but not least, I decided that I want to get back to the full moon project from the drawn thread. So this was a Maynia start. I'm doing this round, it's a pin cushion, I think, here, but I will likely just finish it up as a small ornament or a small pillow, but not do it as a pin cushion. And you might remember I am working this. Let's see which way is up. Here we go. There we go. So this is being done on a 32 count hand-dyed linen, which I have in my shop. It is the colorway is called Chickadee. It's kind of a steely gray with some really light modeling. And then I'm stitching it using a mix of mostly color and cotton. The moon is a silk from Krennic, however. So I don't have a ton done on this, but it is fairly small. It's only 48 by 48 stitches. So my thought was that I should be able to, with 6 days of work on it, get this one finished or pretty close to being finished. And I probably will work on this one on week 3, or the third 6-day block. That's what I'm looking for. And stitch this for dark 13 because that will be day 13. The first day to work on this will be June 13th. And so I can kind of check that off on that fun event. So my hope is to get that work in progress piece finished while I've got 6 days to work on it. That would be really, really fantastic. I would be a very happy person if that were the case. So that's kind of how I'm planning on doing my June. Going forward into July, I've got, well, July and through the end of the year, my plan is to continue to have the Under the Sea Sal. Each new clue will be a new start for me from now through the end of the year. And that way that project will be finished in December as well. And I'll keep up with that stitch along, which is the only stitch along I'm doing right now. And then I'll have one new start that'll be a small project, something along the lines of that piece from the Primitive Hair. I may do the other ones that she has for the other points in the Celtic year. like Mabon and the one she's got for Halloween and the one she's got for Yule, and maybe pick up the ones I missed that are this spring. I'd like to have one of those out. That would be really fun to have that out seasonally, I think. So I'll have those things as new starts. I may also toss in some holiday ornaments in there as well, depending on what I get finished off of my current work in progress list, because I do have a few ornaments on that list. And then continue working on Star Weaver. You guys will see that every single month as a work in progress from now until I get it finished. That'll be my kind of focus for a finished piece. And then I'm going to add in, for my other 2 works in progress, I will either add in 1 small and 1 large piece, or 2 medium pieces for each of the other works in progress. I hope that's making sense. It's very clear inside my head, but I'm not sure if I'm articulating it very well or not. So that's kind of what I have going. There will be a new start of a bigger nature in July. That's my birthday month, and I do want to try to start my chatelaine. So when I talk about my plans for July, I will show you guys that. I actually have 2 kitted up, and so I'm having a hard time deciding which of those 2 I should start. So I may ask you guys what you think, and show you those 2 patterns and 2 kits, let you see the materials, give me some feedback, yes, no, A or B. That seems kind of fun since I'm having a hard time picking for myself. And then just continue on as I am. I will put information about the Ivory Needle Challenge, where you can find that on Instagram, down below the hashtag, so you can search for that if you'd like to join in. What else? Oh, the other thing is, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you might not know that I am creeping up. I think I was at like 992 subscribers this morning, so I'm creeping up on 1,000 Instagram follower on my Little Bird Stitcher account. And I think I'm going to do a giveaway. So if you don't follow me there, you may wish to do that, simply because I want to have the giveaway themed towards my IG followers. Since I really enjoy my Instagram feed, that's like the first thing I hit in the morning while I'm making a cup of tea, is seeing what everyone's worked on overnight, and yeah, usually adding stuff to my wish list, because you know how that goes. So I think that's it for this video. Nothing crazy, nothing too long. Kind of kept this down. This is only 23 minutes, so that's pretty good. As always, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who subscribes and follows and likes and all that good stuff. I really appreciate that you take the time to watch my videos and interact with me. You know, send me a note or a private message, any of those things. I do greatly appreciate it, and I really value this community and the time that you are willing to devote to watching me blather on about cross stitch. So thank you all very much, both to my new viewers and my returning viewers. I do enjoy spending some time with you all. I will catch up with you depending on how long those vlog clips are. I may break the month into 2 videos just to make it a little bit more manageable, but we'll see how long those take. Maybe I won't have very much to talk about other than that, you know, hi, here's the thing, and then I move on. I don't know, that seems unlikely that I would talk less rather than more. But at any rate, look for another video at some point, either late June, early July at the latest. And until I talk to you guys again, enjoy your stitching, be kind to yourself, be good to others. Take care.